You know that babies don't blush? You ever think about that for a moment? I know it's a weird thought, but literally babies don't blush. And that's because they have no concept of self-awareness. If they need to fill their diapers, they fill their diapers. If they need to run into a wall or eat a remote, they absolutely do that. In other words, we grow up with no self-awareness. And it's a good thing we do, because if we didn't, we would always be self-judging ourselves. In fact, neurologists and brain experts, what they believe is that if we had an adult brain and put it in a baby's body, it would take us until the age of 83 before we learned how to walk, because we would have so much self-judgment, self-hatred, criticism. We'd probably want to go rent the DVDs for how to learn how to walk, and we would begin to have to go to group therapy because we can't walk. Here's my point. We need to return to that as adults. So many times as adults, we think everybody's watching us. We think that we're on the stage of life and we shouldn't take a risk because people are going to talk about us and laugh and judge. And here's the reality. No one's talking about us. No one's thinking about us. In other words, they're thinking about themselves. And we would go so much further in life. We would go and achieve so many more dreams if we stopped thinking about how everyone's worried about what we're doing. Like people are actually sitting in rooms talking about us. It's not true. I want to challenge you today. What dream have you been holding back in your life? I'm outside, I believe, the big jelly bean, right? And I did this video here for a moment because look, there's people around. They're probably like, who's this bald dude and what's he doing? I don't care. And if you don't care what happens in life, you don't care about other people's opinion. Because let's face it, I used to be a recovering people pleaser. Is anybody with me? And when you are a people pleaser, it becomes a chain that you have to wear around your neck for your entire life. And as a result, you don't do much. You don't go after things. You don't take risks. And I want to just encourage you today to absolutely do that. Remember, go back to your childhood and remember that self-awareness is good, but it also can be a noose around your neck. And just go after it today. Live one day, even if it's one day where you're not caring what everyone else is thinking about you, and you will go so much further, so much faster. And you know what happens after you do that for one day? It becomes addicting. It becomes a habit. It becomes something that you want to keep doing. And maybe, just maybe, you'll have a life where you live a life of freedom, only worried about what the God above thinks and not everybody else. And in fact, that's, I believe, what we were created to be only worried about our Creator and what God thinks and not everybody else. This is Kary Oberbrunner. Be a soul on fire. It's an amazing day, and we'll see you.